And hello, welcome back. In the previous episode, wait, let me shut up.
Rescue the 2 prisoners being held in a guard post to the southwest of Ngumba Industrial Zone. The targets are civilians, 1 male, 1 female. Apparently they're specialists sent out there to investigate infectious diseases. They were frequent visitors to that devil's house at Nzoya. If you recover them, we'll finally be able to get first-hand accounts of what's been going on in that place.
And as I was saying before, I forgot that there was actually a bit of dialogue. In the previous episode, we managed to rescue a prisoner in the White Mamba's base. This is her. She has a rating of A++ or A++. So I decided to give her a spin, see how well she can perform in the battlefield. So I'm really hyped about that, having a new combat unit member joining the ranks. Quite cool. But anyway, welcome back. In this particular episode, we have to rescue 2 I believe they're scientists who've been held captive. They're being held in separate locations, and of course, that being the case, they're also being held in a military encampment, so it's gonna be a bit tricky saving them. Of course, if they die, it's mission failed, so we're just gonna skip over.
Detected. The map has been updated.
I'm gonna skip over and get into the base. I've got a terrible cough coming my way. Just a moment. Just have to clear my throat after I'm done with this, I guess.
Analysis complete. The map analysis complete.
We can see some minerals worth fultoning, and of course scouting out the area for some soldiers. And we've got a car, so that's not so good. Means that the person inspecting is on his way. Could be an execution of some kind, could be probably an interrogation or an execution, but hopefully we will get our prisoner before any of that happens. Don't really know the location of them at the current moment, but we will reflex this guy and then hopefully clear out the area. We've got D-Dog as our buddy. I've almost got the bonding level up to maximum, and then we can move over to quiet.
Analysis complete. Analysis complete. Analysis complete.
Since this guy is so out in the open, instead get to Fulton him, get him out the way, make sure that he doesn't regain consciousness and come back to bite us when we're now deeper in trying to rescue this prisoner.
Analysis. The map has been updated. Analysis complete.
Apparently one of the prisoners is attempting escape. It seems it's quite a terrible escape because it's walking out in the open.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
Well, it seems the enemy soldiers now know what the hell was going on, and the truck has stopped. We're gonna use our stealth camo. Gonna move in. Hopefully we execute these guys before they execute the prisoner.
Hands up. Hands up. Don't move.
Okay, we've got them both on, and we kill them. Usually I would like to Fulton a few, but then the issue is that if the prisoner dies, mission failed, and there are 2 of them, so if you start an assault, they could potentially kill the second prisoner.
Transport.
extracted. Now extract the remaining target.
And that's one prisoner extracted, but apparently one's been taken away by a car. So what we could potentially do is clear this base and hopefully... That was a terrible shot. You're about to see potato aim. Yep, potato aim. Keep on getting shoulder shots when I'm aiming for the head. Probably bullet drop is getting me, but I wasn't compensating enough. Finally got the shot, but they're on alert now. And the prisoner is way out the way. Oh snap. Okay, bullet drop didn't mess up with us this time.
Go!
Okay, now the whole point of what I'm doing now is I want to clear this base before...
Enemy presence detected.
Nice. I want to clear this base before I head on forward, just in case there'll be people tracking me, or maybe if they get on alert, they could be firing motors, and then the other base could potentially hear me, and that isn't so great. D-Dog helping as always.
Okay.
Now let's see if we can pick up anything in the space. If there's anything of interest besides the mineral containers, those are definitely coming our way. But sadly enough, there wasn't any actual intel file, so that means the direction in which the prisoner is going is the only potential location the prisoner could be, making things easier for us because we wouldn't want the prisoner getting taken away to a whole different location. So hopefully we can get there before the prisoner is put in a well-guarded location within the base. It's gonna be a long run though, so we might as well call for a weapons drop, get more suppressor, get more ammunition. Which kind of brings me to one particular topic of discussion, is that in games it seems that, well, personally for me, ever since Far Cry 2, which kind of made weapon degradation in real time a mainstay in most games, even though it wasn't the first time being done, it was just done really well in Far Cry 2 in my personal opinion. Fair and fine, guns may degrade with time, but it kinda takes a long time. So maybe in Far Cry 2's defense, you could say that in-game days were not the same amount of time as real-life days. So for example, if I were to sit down and play Far Cry for 10 hours, it's not like the character in-game has experienced 10 real-time hours. Maybe for the character, those 10 hours could actually be a few weeks, 2-3 weeks. And moving around 2-3 weeks in swampy rainforest areas in mud in a gun could jam, which is fine. And especially in Far Cry 2, most of the guns you'd get were either second-hand, rusted and old, and they were not in prime condition, and they definitely did not get service. But in the case of Metal Gear,
You need to help her.
in the case of Metal Gear, you always get pristine equipment and pristine attachments for your guns. One thing you have to understand is that a suppressor is actually just a piece of metal. It's actually just a barrel, a well-crafted barrel, but it's in the end it's just a hunk of metal. Like any other piece of a gun, it's made of the same material, so the time in which a gun can go from being pristine straight off the factory to jamming, rusty and unusable is actually the same amount of time that a suppressor would need to go into the same type of state, which is a very long time. So I don't know. I guess it's just an element of gameplay, in the sense that they are artificially trying to make the game a little bit more difficult. But a suppressor, if not thrown around and abused, will last forever. Unless you find a way to bend it or put some shearing force or try rip it into pieces, will it only then become compromised. But until that time, and you're just firing it from a gun, a suppressor will just be normal. Probably at worst, the number of decibels that you can potentially
Analysis complete.
suppress at the time and limit will not be as effective, but definitely you'll be able to still... Oh, we got seen. It'll still be silent nonetheless. Let's try grenade this one. And he's dead. Now to try kill these soldiers before they compromise the mission, we still have to Fulton the survivor. And we need to be careful where we shoot, because any stray bullet could kill her. And that's something we don't actually want.
You have arrived at your destination.
I'm gonna risk an extraction right here. Hopefully they won't shoot it down. And try to rescue any soldiers that we can. Always a good thing.
Getting both prisoners out in that situation. Great work. Now exfiltrate. He's coming too. Roger that.
And now, hopefully we can get to a place in which we can exfiltrate the hot zone. We've got a chopper tailing us, so we kind of have to make it quick. I will do some V-rally and
Please select
stuff.
a landing zone. Support helicopter
Roger.
requested.
Nope, didn't want to do that. Actually, we want to Fulton the car. Can we Fulton the car? There we go. And that's the enemy chopper, the Hind D. Very, very popular helicopter used by the Soviets in this particular time in the 1980s. If you watched some of the old Rambo movies, actually, I forgot which Rambo it was. Very, very silly scene where Rambo was in a tank and he was going up against the Soviet general who was in a Hind D, and they had a head-to-head collision on a mountaintop. It was quite a standoff, tank versus chopper. It was quite interesting. But of course, action movies of back in the day always had to be over the top in by any means necessary, whether it was silly or not.
This is P-Quad. Arriving shortly at LZ.
And P-Quad's here, ending my commentary for the day. Thanks for watching one of the shorter videos of the series. Hopefully I'll see you again soon, and please like, subscribe and show some support, as I need you probably more than you need me. I'll see you soon, and I love you.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base. Development project has been added.
Mission complete. Great work. Boss, we placed the 2 targets in quarantine. They don't show signs of anything, but we'll monitor them just the same. If they had access to the Devil's House, I doubt they were sent there by some health organization. Cypher used them, and would have eliminated them eventually. But we'll protect them here. They've agreed to that. After all, we helped them out of the country as promised. The mission's complete. But boss, they've been behind the curtains at Ngumba. They examine the patients there nearly every day. They told us the patients were being made to listen to voices on tape. But the male target added something interesting. He said he doesn't know what was on the tapes because there was no English version. Of all the voices that were shoved down those people's throats, English was one of them.
Boss is back. Let's go refuel and load up on artillery.
We're good to go, Chief.
What's the matter?
Stop this! Now!
What the fuck, you freak?
Give me a hand!
Hold her still. Dismissed.
Payback for how they treated her? Doesn't explain the others. She had every chance to kill them. Tight security on her cell. This happens a second time. There won't be a third.
Boss, about Eli. I'd heard that one product of the Les Enfants Terribles project went missing in Africa. The age would be about right. Now, I'm not saying I think it's Eli, but I want to run a genetic test all the same. Don't worry, I'll have it done without him noticing. The test may take some time, but I'll tell you as soon as we have the results.